Here I'm showing the 7th generation Kindle from Amazon. I've had this one for a while, and it's a successor to the 6th generation of the original Kindle that Amazon had the previous year, and they've improved on the speeds and the display and a couple of other things with it. And it was released alongside the newer Kindle Paperwhite that has the built-in backlit display. That is the successor to the Kindle Touch that they had. Anyway, not only do I have the Kindle, but it's also in one of their cases with the built-in light. And I might as well just show the case part first to get that out of the way. There's a little fold-up case. It comes in different kinds of colors. And the neat thing is when you have your Kindle powered up, get it all turned on here. As display. If you're in a low light environment and you're trying to read on the e-ink display, all you do is flip up the little light up here, and the light comes on, and that enables you to read. And it's powered directly off the Kindle's battery. You don't need a separate power supply, like a separate battery or anything, to operate this light. To get little tabs on the back of the Kindle that line up inside the case with tabs that are there, and that provides the power to the light. And when you don't need the light, you just flip it down. That's pretty much what the Amazon lighted Kindle case is. Now we're going to look at the actual Kindle. Now again, the Kindle has an e-ink display on it, so that helps with reading in direct sunlight and glare and whatnot. And there's a little bit of a glare right now that's kind of interfering according to the camera there, but you can still see the text on it just fine. And that's the point of the e-ink displays. Now again, the Kindle is tied to Amazon's ecosystem, so it's designed to work with Amazon's vast library of books that they have available on their website that you can easily put on your Kindle device. And I've got several on here. And also looking at the front of the device for operation of it, we have physical hardware buttons for going back and forth between pages. This one here will let you go next, that one goes back, same thing over here. That'll go back, and that'll go next. It's basically on both sides to enable left or right-handed operation very easily, so it can accommodate either left or right-handed persons reading a book. On the bottom is where we have our hardware keys. We have our directional pad with an enter key in the middle. To the very left here is our back button. Then we have our keyboard button, I believe is what that is. Yep, that's our keyboard. And what that will do is bring up a virtual keyboard that we can go through if we need to type in something for like a search term, or if we're using the Kindle's experimental web browser. And we can actually browse the web through this. Of course, it's not very good, it doesn't do a whole lot, but at least it lets you access stuff like Wikipedia or whatnot. If you need to access a search term, we can just press the keyboard button again, get out of that. Next to that is our menu button, and that'll bring up a menu, whether we're looking at a book and give us terms specific to that book, or if we're in the main menu here and we need to access things like settings or the experimental web browser. And then the very far right is the home button, and that'll take us right back to home. And again, as I say, these are your physical hardware buttons for going between pages. So again, not only do I have the ability to put ebooks on here through Amazon's ecosystem, but I do have the ability to also put PDFs on here. You can put PDF files on a Kindle and be able to read them. So for instance, I have the manual for the 32-inch Dynex television that I showed in an earlier video from several months ago, actually last year in fact. And so if I got the manual downloadable from the internet, I can just upload it onto the Kindle here, and then now I got a whole collection of all my manuals. I don't have to keep all those paper ones laying around. Get back out of that. And again, we can also look at a book, just like a small book I got here on introducing Windows 8. So if I want to go to the next page, I can just hit the next button. If I want to go back page, and just hit the previous. If I access the menu, I can have functions like going between specific pages. I can get a description of the book. I can search within the book. I can add a virtual bookmark, so if I need to go back to a particular place in the book, I can do that very easily. And of course, making my own notes and marks, like if I needed to put an annotation on something for like a specific reference. I can also change the font size. So if the text is hard to read, say if you've got low vision or something like that, you can increase the text size to a very considerable amount, as you can see there. I'm going to put it back down toward the default there. But it gives you some flexibility. You also have the ability to rotate the screen if you want to. So you can change the typeface, you can adjust the spacing of the lines, again the screen rotation if you want to read a book like this. But yeah, it gives you quite a bit of flexibility on that. We can use the back button to get out of that. So we go back to the home screen. And I should mention on the bottom here is where a micro USB port is for both charging and also hooking it up to a computer if you want to download books or PDF files to it. You can also use the Kindle's built-in Wi-Fi to access the Amazon Kindle library, and you can search and download books that way. You can also, while you're using your computer, wirelessly send books to your Kindle as well. It does support that. And next to that is our power and sleep wake button, and then in the middle there is our little LED light for charging. So now the only last feature I will show on here is some of our experimental options. And the only experimental option is the web browser, because again there is Wi-Fi built in on this, but there's only so much capability about what the web browser could do. And apparently the very last thing I was looking up on here was an issue with the 2013 Nexus not apparently being dead. And for anyone that's curious, if your battery in your 2013 Nexus 7 gets really, really low, it'll actually not turn on for a few minutes after plugging it into a charger. That's basically what that was all about. I can go into article mode, I can enter URLs. Let's see if I got a bookmark in here. And it comes with a couple preloaded bookmarks. Of course, I put a couple in here myself. I can go to the Amazon website. It'll bring up the normal desktop page of Amazon right there. Now again, because it's not a touch screen and it's a slow web browser and a couple of other things, you have only a certain amount of capability of what you can do. Obviously, I have to find a page to zoom in first, and then using my directional key can move the little cursor around on there if I want to try and select something. Fortunately, it snaps to most things. It can get a little easy to get somewhere. But again, you're probably easier just using a regular tablet or a computer. Again, it's an experimental item. That's why they call it experimental. It gives you some browsing capability, but it's not meant to replace a traditional web browser you use on another device. But that is how the experimental web browser works. And so that's pretty much it. Put it back to sleep here. And as you can tell, this one displays ads. So this is the ad-supported version. You can get one without displaying any ads for some additional funds. But for most people, they'll stick with the ad things because all it does is display the ads pretty much when the device is put to sleep. So unless you really don't want to have those, it may not be worth investing the extra amount. But again, that is the 7th generation Kindle, the original, from Amazon.